The weight of a broken heart. Let me ask you something. Have you ever walked around feeling like there's 1,000 pounds sitting on your chest? Like breathing hurts, like your heart is dragging behind you. Crushed, broken, empty. Yeah, that's heartbreak. And it don't care who you are. You can be strong, focused, disciplined, but when love walks out, it can drop you to your knees. You give someone your heart, your time, your energy, and they leave. That hurts in a way no words can describe. But let me tell you something right now. Heartbreak is not your fault, but staying broken, that's a choice. Everybody gets hurt, everybody gets left. You're not the only one who's cried in the dark, stared at the ceiling. Ask yourself, what went wrong? But what separates the strong from the stuck is what you do next. Don't blame yourself for someone else's weakness. Don't carry the guilt that aren't yours. Some people walk out because they don't know how to stay. Some leave because they never truly showed up in the first place. You want the truth? You were trying to love someone who wasn't ready to be loved. You were trying to fix something that was broken before you even touched it. And I get it, it still hurts. That pain is real. That silence after they're gone. It's deafening. But just like a muscle tears when it's growing, your heart did, too. And like that muscle, it's going to come back stronger, but only if you let it heal. Don't jump into another mess trying to numb this one. You're not a machine. You're not meant to be okay overnight. You've got to sit with it, feel it, learn from it. The Stoics used to say, we suffer more from how we think about things than from what actually happened. That's true. What breaks you isn't what happened. It's what you tell yourself afterward. Stop blaming yourself. Stop dissecting every word, every moment. Stop thinking you weren't enough. You were just too much for someone who didn't know how to receive real love. So stand up, wipe your face, breathe. You're not broken. You're rebuilding. You're not finished. You're just getting started. This pain, it's not the end. It's the beginning of a better you. The dangerous rush to fill the void. Listen to me. Right now, you just went through heartbreak. It hurts. It feels like your soul got ripped wide open. And what do most people do? They jump straight back into the fire. They say, I'm fine. They download the dating apps. They start chasing attention like it's medicine. But it's not healing. It's hiding. You're not looking for love. You're looking for a bandage. And that's the truth most people don't want to hear. You're lonely. You feel empty. You want someone to tell you you're still lovable. I get that. But running from your pain only guarantees one thing. You'll keep running into the same walls. Let me break it down for you. If you broke your leg, would you go run a marathon the next day? No. But when your heart breaks, everybody tells you to get back out there. Let me tell you what happens when you do that. You repeat the cycle. You bleed on people who didn't touch you. You bring your pain into a new situation and call it hope. But it's not hope. It's escape. And escapes don't build futures. They burn bridges, especially the ones inside of you. There's a word for that moment when you lie to yourself so hard, you start believing it. That word is denial. And denial is dangerous because it feels like progress. But it's just you avoiding the truth. The truth is this. You're not ready for someone new until you've dealt with the old version of you. Until you've sat in the silence. Until you've cried those tears. Until you've asked yourself why you stayed so long in something that broke you so deeply. You don't need another relationship. You need reflection. You need to know who you are without someone else completing the picture. Because the right person, they're not going to fix you. They're going to walk beside the version of you that already healed. So next time you're tempted to swipe, to text that ex, to fill the silence with a stranger's voice, stop, breathe, and remember, this loneliness is not the enemy. Avoiding your growth is. This isn't about finding someone new. It's about becoming someone whole. attention? Stop punishing yourself. Yeah, I said it. Because that's what you've been doing. You've been looking in the mirror, ripping yourself apart, asking what you could have done differently. Like maybe, just maybe, it was all your fault. You've been replaying the moments over and over again. Every fight, every silence, every mistake. You think if you had smiled more, talked less, been a little more, or a little less, they would have stayed. Let me stop you right there. You are not the reason they left. You're not the reason they cheated, lied, or disappeared. You are not broken. They were not ready. But your brain, oh, it wants answers. It wants control. So it creates a story where you're the villain. Because that's pain that's easier to hold than the truth that some things are just out of your hands. But self-blame, that's a slow death. That's you poisoning your spirit, hoping it'll fix what's already done. Let me tell you something real. Some people came into your life already broken, already lost, already running from themselves. And you thought you could save them. You thought your love could patch their wounds. But guess what? It's not your job to fix someone who doesn't want to heal. You didn't break them. You just got caught in their storm. And now you got to clean up the wreckage they left behind. I knew a woman once who stayed with a man that crushed her spirit, piece by piece. He insulted her, controlled her, made her doubt her worth. And every time he did, she tried harder to prove she was good enough. You know what that is. That's not love. That's self-destruction dressed up as loyalty. Wake up. You are not weak. Because you loved, you are not a fool. Because you stayed. You were just human and humans. Want to believe the best in people. But now it's time to believe in yourself. You cannot heal by hating yourself. You cannot grow by blaming yourself for someone else's mess. You are not what they did to you. You are what you choose to do now. So stop carrying guilt that aren't yours. Stop letting their absence define your value. You are not too much. You are just not for someone who prefers people they can control. Now, stand up, dust off the shame, and start fighting for the version of you that forgot who the hell they were. The alchemy of pain into wisdom pain aren't the enemy. It's the teacher. You hear me? That heartbreak you're trying to run from, drink away, sleep through, that's not here to destroy you. It's here to build you. But you've got to stop fighting the lesson. Most people numb the pain. They distract themselves with noise, parties, fake smiles, new people, shallow conversation. But deep down, they're bleeding. Quietly, repeatedly, silently screaming, let me break something down for you. Pain is not punishment. It's a signal. It's your soul screaming, wake up, learn, grow, change. But here's the catch. Pain doesn't teach those who won't sit with it. You can't heal from what you won't face. You can't grow from what you won't feel. I met someone who spent years stuck in heartbreak. Not because the relationship was good, it wasn't. But because she never stopped to ask, why did I accept so little for so long? And when she finally did, she found the answer hiding in her past. Her pain had roots, and those roots needed digging. You want to rise. You want to heal. Then you better get ready to go deep. You've got to ask yourself the hard questions. Why do I chase people who don't show up for me? Why do I call it love when it's just survival? Why do I keep hoping they'll change instead of changing myself? That's the alchemy right there. Turning pain into power. Turning heartbreak into clarity. The Stoics called it the discipline of desire. Learning to want what is instead of crying for what was. This aren't about pretending you're fine. This aren't about toughing it out with fake strength. This is about facing the fire and letting it burn away what no longer serves you. You're not meant to stay the same after heartbreak. The person you were before. That version made choices that brought pain. Now it's time to evolve, to rise, to become wiser, stronger, sharper. You don't need to go back. You need to go forward, so feel the pain. But don't drown in it. Study it. Learn from it. Let it shape you, not shatter you. You're not broken. You're being rebuilt from the inside out. This pain, it's your fire. And fire, when handled right, forges steel, not rising from the ashes of what was. You made it, not because the pain stopped, but because you kept going anyway. That ache in your chest, it didn't kill you. That silence after they left, you survived it. And now, something else is rising in you. It aren't rage, it aren't bitterness. It's power, quiet, focused, unshakable. You're not who you were, and that's the point. Healing aren't about forgetting what happened. It's about owning it, not letting it own you. Too many people try to erase the past like it didn't matter. But every scar, every tear, every sleepless night, it mattered. It made you wiser. It made you tougher. It made you honest. You're not some victim waiting to be rescued. You're the warrior who walked through the storm and made it out the other side. You didn't just survive heartbreak, you used it. You turned that pain into your fuel. Dr. Tedeschi calls it post-traumatic growth. The Stoics called it memento mori. Remember, everything ends but you. You've learned that endings are not just losses. They're openings, new roads, clean slates. I met a man once who said his divorce was the best thing that ever happened to him. Why? Because for the first time, he had to face who he really was, without the mask, without the noise, without someone else defining his worth. That's real healing, not pretending you're okay, but rebuilding from the inside. Stronger, clearer, more alive. Doc, you know now what you will never tolerate again. You know now that love is not meant to hurt, shrink, or silence you. And the next person who comes into your life, they won't complete you. Because you're already whole. You'll choose them from strength, not from fear, from clarity, not from loneliness. So go ahead, stand in the mirror, look at the one who didn't fold. That's you. That's the Stormwalker, the one who took pain and made it purpose, the one who burned but didn't break. You are not someone's leftover. You are not broken glass waiting to be swept up. You are the fire. You are the rebuild. You are the proof that pain can be power and endings can be beginnings.